Welcome to day one. Today our theme is recognize. We're going to go ahead and get started seated on our mat, so come on down, and if you need to get a pillow or some blankets or anything to just sit under. We're going to start over. Okay. Hi everyone. What is with the wave? I'm so... Alright, we can take all that out in post. It's going to be fine. Hi everyone. Welcome to day one. Today our theme is recognize. We're going to get started in our nice cross-legged Sukhasana pose, which is just easy, sitting on our mat cross-legged. So come on down, and if you need to get a cushion or some blankets to just sit underneath your hips and raise the hips up, if sitting on the ground is uncomfortable, feel free. So when we get here, we're sitting nice and tall, and with the palm of our hand, we'll just move the fleshy bits of the bum away so we can sit back and really root down through the pelvis. Let the hands fall wherever feels comfortable. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And we're sitting up nice and tall, stacking the head over the heart and the heart over the pelvis. When you're ready, you can gently just close your eyes and take a few mindful breaths here. And simply just recognize the space that you're practicing in today. Recognize how you may be feeling emotionally. Or maybe we take it really simple and just recognize where we've chosen to place our hands. Maybe the palms are down, maybe they're up towards the sky, or maybe they're resting gently in our lap. But just taking these first few moments to arrive to our practice. And on your next inhale, we'll gently bat the eyelashes open, keeping a nice soft gaze. And we'll lift the corners of our mouth into a nice gentle smile. We'll bring our hands on either side of our hips, palms facing up, and on an inhale, nice and slow, we'll start to bring the hands all the way up overhead. The fingertips come to kiss, and we'll rotate the palms to back each other, and on the exhale, float our hands all the way back down. Your choice here, you can keep your eyes open or closed. Inhale as we reach our hands all the way overhead, bringing the fingertips to kiss, rotating the palms, and exhale, floating them back down. Beautiful. We'll just take one more here, really recognizing this movement. Inhaling nice and deep through the nose. And exhaling nice and strong through the nose. Beautiful. From here, we'll plant our right hand next to us. So this will either be on the ground, or we can walk it just a little bit behind us to stay on our mat. Completely up to you. We'll flip the left palm over, and on our inhale, reach the left fingertips up and over, bending into the right elbow. For a nice side body stretch, really reach the fingertips over to the right side, and exhale, bring it back down. We'll do the same on the other side. So plant the left hand, flip the right palm over. Inhale the right fingertips up and over, bending into the left elbow, gazing up towards our right arm. And exhale, we'll float it back down. Beautiful. From here, we'll dive onto our all fours, our tabletop position, as we prepare for our little cat-cow. But before we get there, let's take a second to check in with our foundation. So here in our tabletop position, our wrists are directly in line with our shoulders and our knees are directly in line with our hips. We're pressing into the tops of the feet, pressing away from the mat with our arms, making space between our ears and our shoulders. On an inhale, tailbone draws up towards the sky, drop the belly, open up the chest, gaze forward. Exhale, tailbone draws under and bring the chin to the chest. Cat pose. Press into the tops of the feet and we go again. Inhale, scoop the belly, open up the heart, gazing forward. And exhale, round down, bringing the chin to the chest. Last one, inhale. And exhale, navel draws up to meet the spine. Beautiful. Next inhale, we'll come back to our tabletop positions, flat back, neutral spine. We'll really draw the shoulders away from the ears here, taking a nice deep breath in. And on our exhale, we'll tuck the toes under and hinge the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog. Keeping a nice bend in the knees here if we need it. And just pedaling out our feet, nice and slow. Great. From here, we're just going to settle into our down dog for a few moments of stillness. So really recognizing what's going on in our body in this pose. We're pressing into all 10 fingers. Upper arm bones are rotating out. Our head is in line with the tops of our arms. Hips are hinging up towards the sky. Bend in the knees if it's needed. Heels are drawing to the back of the room. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. Breathing in fully through the nose. And exhaling fully through the nose. On our next inhale, we'll slowly start to walk it up the center of our mat, coming all the way up to the top. And when we get to the top, our feet are in our hip distance apart, so a pretty short stance. And again, keeping a nice generous bend in the knees. Inhale, we'll lift halfway, just lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold forward. From here, we can take each elbow in our arms and just rock a little side to side. Beautiful. And whenever you're ready, you can come back to center and just release the hands and the weight of the head and the neck. On our next inhale, we'll slowly begin to roll it up with our fingertips, tracing our front body. Again, being very mindful, stacking our knees over our ankles, drawing all the way up our thigh bones, pelvis, and slowly stacking each vertebrae on top each other. Rolling the shoulders down the back, head over heart, heart over pelvis. So here we are in our mountain pose, our Tadasana. So we're grounding down through the feet, drawing up through the arches, nice strong legs. We'll inhale the arms all the way overhead, bringing the palms together, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, just lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. From here, we'll plant our left hand in the center of the mat, and inhale the right fingertips all the way up for a nice stretch. Exhale, float the right fingertips back down and replace the left hand with the right. Inhale, we'll extend the left fingertips all the way up to the sky, nice stretch in the upper back. And exhale, float them all the way down. Plant the palms and we're going to step just the left foot back, coming into a nice low lunge. Come up onto the fingertips. Lift the chest, gaze forward, squeeze those thighs together. And on the exhale, we'll lower the left knee, keeping the left toes tucked under. We're still up on our fingertips. And on our inhale, we'll send both hips all the way back and peel the sole of the left foot all the way up, toes shooting up to the sky. A nice half splits here. Keep a nice bend in the knee. Inhale, we'll roll forward onto the right foot. Plant the palms and we'll pick up the left foot. Step the right foot back to our plank. And we'll just switch it out, stepping the left foot up and coming up onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest, gaze forward, squeeze those thighs together. And exhale, lower the right knee, keeping the right toes tucked under. Inhale, we'll send both hips all the way back, peeling the left toes up towards the sky, and keeping a big bend in this knee, especially if it's your first movement for the day. So being nice and kind to our body and just recognizing what it needs. Inhale, we'll roll forward, plant the left foot. Plant the palms and we'll pick up the right foot. Step the left toes back to our plank, and on our inhale, we'll lower both knees down to the mat. Beautiful. From here, we'll walk our hands back, and we'll just come to a nice seated position with our legs extended out in front of us. Just like we did in the start, we can take the palm of our hand and just move the fleshy bits of our bum away. So we're ready, rooting down through the sit bones. Our heels are nice and anchored. You have nice active legs. Inhale the hands all the way overhead and exhale, fold forward. Now you can bring your hands to your shins, thighs, the toes. Just listen to your body. And it's okay if the pose doesn't look exactly how we imagine it looking. The most important thing about this pose is to keep our spine nice and straight. Rather than rounding it to reach the toes, we'll just keep the spine nice and straight. One more breath here. Should feel this nice stretch in the back of the legs. And again, of course, keeping a bend in the knees if we need it. And on our next inhale, we'll slowly roll it up all the way back to our seated pose. We'll plant our feet in the mat and just scoot our bums closer to our heels and just take a peek back and make sure you have enough space to lay down. And if you do, you can go ahead and just lower your back all the way down to the ground. So from here, our feet are inner hip distance apart, and we're really grounding down through the feet. We'll inhale our arms up to robot arms and press into the backs of our triceps as we prepare for our bridge pose. On our inhale, we'll lift our hips up towards the sky, pressing into the back of the head, the back of the triceps, pressing our feet into the earth, squeezing those thighs together. Take a nice big breath in, tuck the chin slightly, lengthening the back of the spine. And on an exhale, we'll slowly roll it down, one vertebra at a time. Bring your hands to rest on your belly, and we'll heel toe our toes all the way out to the edges of our mat, bringing the knees to dip in the middle. We're just going to windshield wiper our legs. And what that does is counterbalance the back bend we just did in our bridge to help maintain a healthy spine in the correct alignment. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, knees up at center. And on an exhale, we'll send both knees over to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll come back up through center. And exhale, we'll take it over to the left. Great. Inhale, come back to center. And this time we'll heel toe our feet together and bring the soles of the feet to touch and release the knees down either side for our reclined butterfly pose. Come back to the breath here. And maybe you just take a second to scan the body. Notice if you're holding or gripping anywhere, and just gently release, making any micro movements you do or need to do, recognizing what your body needs. And I challenge you to take this sentiment with you throughout the rest of your day, through any task that you're doing. Take a second to ask yourself what you need, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally. And I'll check in with you later. I hope you have a great rest of your day.